Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Yasir Gulfraz and this is our second session of strategic management. Appraise strategic options for an organizations. So if anyone is there, can you guys see my screen? Can you hear my voice? Anyway, today we will explore how to appraise strategic options for an organization, focusing on evaluating various strategic opportunities and tools. This will help you understand how to assess and choose the best strategic options to drive organizational success. Here is indicative contents. Corporate strategy, business strategies, operational strategies, effective communications, strategic option review, benchmarking, benefit cost analysis, uh, information review, globalization effect. Here is some key terminology. What is corporate strategy? Corporate strategy is focused on answering questions about the overall direction of the organization. Uh, what business shall we be in? What businesses shall we acquire to diverse? How do we allocate? Morning, Osama. Welcome. So then business strategy refers to how an individual business units competes within its specific industry. Then we will talk about operational strategies, focusing on day-to-day functioning of specific functions or departments within a business unit. Can you hear me, Osama? Can you hear me, Osama? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? I think so. There is some issues in your side. Okay. Anyway, corporate level strategy, as we discussed yesterday as well, corporate level strategy is the highest level of strategy. Okay. This is basically highest level of strategic planning within organization. It is concerned within the long-term direction and scope of the entire organizations. Corporate strategy sets the framework for how the organization will grow and develop over time. Consider factors such as market opportunities, industry trends, and the organizational internal capabilities. So, when an organization has multiple business units, corporate level strategy addresses key decisions such as which business the organization should be involved in, how resources like cash or human capital should be allocated between these business units, and how the relationships between the corporate center and its individual business units should be managed. So this ensures that resources are used effectively and that all business units work towards the same overall objectives. Any question? Can you hear me, Osama, now? Okay, next one is a business level strategy. Business level strategy focuses on how a particular business unit within organizations complete in its industry. This type of strategy is concerned with defining the strategic goals and objectives of the business's units and determining how it will achieve a competitive advantage over its rivals. A business unit must decide how to position itself in the market, what products or services offers, and what strategic will help to succeed. So the relationship between corporate strategies and business level strategy is important. The corporate strategy sets the overall direction for the organizations, and the business strategy must align with it. But business unit may face constraints due to limited resources or strategic decisions made at corporate level. For example, a business unit may have to operate with limited funding or may have to follow specific guidelines set by the corporate center. Any questions so far? Osama, if you can hear me, any questions so far? Okay, next is functional level strategy. Functional level strategy refer to the strategic actions taken by individual functions within organizations such as operations, marketing, finance, and human resources. These strategies are important because they determine how each department contribute to the overall business strategy. Each function set its own strategic objectives, which must align with the broader goals of the business units and the organization as a whole. Strategic drift. Any comments on this? If you got any idea about strategic drift, if you can hear me. Functional level, strategic drift refers to the gradual alignment between company strategy and the external environment. Over time, as the market, customer preferences, technology, and other factors uh, evolve, and organization strategy may no longer be relevant. So when a business fails to recognize and respond to these external changes, it can experience strategic drift. Strategic drift often begins when companies continue using strategies that were successful in the past, even when they are no longer effective in the current environment. This can lead to, uh, uh, you know, complacency, where management assume that past success will continue without adjusting to new challenges. So when leadership fails to acknowledge this a sign of change, strategic drift set in, which can result in significant decline in competitiveness and performance. So Kodak, Nokia, are big example of strategic drift. Any questions so far? Osama, I can't hear your voice. I think so there is some issue in your side. Uh, Next is, what does strategic drift happens? Why does strategic drift happens? Strategic drift typically arise from several contributing factors. One of the main cause in the inability of the business to adopt to change in its external right, changes in external environment. This could be due to shift in social trends, technological advancement, or regulatory changes. Often organizations do not recognize that what made them competitive in the past no longer works in the present. So another reason for a strategic drift is complacency, especially when a business has successful for a long time. Management may assume that the same strategies will continue to deliver results, ignoring sign of change in the external environment. Uh, Ignoring innovation. Additionally, there may be, uh, uh, you know, reluctance to acknowledge problems, even when evidence of strategic misalignment is clear. So this combination of factors can lead to the deterioration of the business competitive position. Cost benefit analysis. Uh, Cost benefit analysis is a method used to assess whether a particular project or decision is worth pursuing. It involves comparing the total cost of a project with its expected benefit to determine if the project provide more value than it cost. The origin of cost benefit analysis can be traced back to the 1840s, introduced by Jules Dupont, a French engineer and economist. So it becomes widely and used in the 1950s as a way to make decisions about investment and projects. A cost benefit analysis is a system approach that helps in identifying the strengths and weaknesses of the different options by adding up the estimated benefits and comparing them to the cost. Decision making can determine it if the benefits or overweight the investment. This analysis often provide a payback period, which is the time it takes for the project benefits to cover its, making it easier to assess whether project is worthwhile. Yes, any question so far? Okay, so sensitivity analysis. This is a techniques used to incorporate uncertainty into decision making. This method helps managers understand how different variables affect particular decisions. So sensitivity analysis involves changing one uncertain factors at a time to see how much the decision's outcome changes. So by doing this, decision makers can identify which variable are most critical to the decision and which factors have the biggest impact. So, for example, in a make or buy, decision sensitivity analysis can help determine how sensitive the decision is to change in the external purchase price. So, if a slight change in the purchase price would lead to a reversal of the original decision, this variable is considered highly sensitive. So by identifying critical factors, sensitivity analysis helps manager make more informed decisions in uncertain situations. So next is level three levels of strategies. Critical explore the relationship between corporate business and operational strategies. Concept of three levels strategy was introduced by Gary Johnson and Kevin Scholes, along with other significant managerial thinkers. So these levels provide a framework to define the different layers of strategy that guide the direction and success of a organizations. The three levels of strategy are corporate, business, and functional. So corporate strategy, as we explained, that is the top level, focusing on the overall direction and scope of the organizations. Business strategy is concerned with how individual business units will compete within their respective markets. And finally, functional strategy deals with how specific functions such as marketing or finance will contribute to the overall business strategy. Corporate strategy represents the top layer of strategy planning in an organization. It is typically associated with the organization's mission and values, but it is developed in more significant detail by top executives such as managing directors and boards. Corporate strategy outlines the overall direction of the organizations, specifying which markets it will enter and how it will operate within them. So this strategy is crucial because it defines all other decisions within the organizations, while smaller organization with few variable may find it easier to develop a corporate strategy. Larger and more established organizations often need to diverge from their existing activities to explore new markets and opportunities. Corporate strategy is basically established at key points, particularly during the organization's inception, but it may be neglected if the focus in solely on the current or products or services. Corporate strategy is essential for guiding the long-term success of the business. It sets the foundation for the overall direction, which influence all subsequent decisions at the business and functional level. Then again, we already discussed, but business strategy operates at level below corporate strategy and evolves from the general direction set by corporate executives. Business strategies are much more specific and are often tailored to individuals' departments. or business unit. So these strategy define how each unit will compete uh, its respective market and deliver the organization's overall goals. Again, functional strategy, also known as market level strategy, refers to the day-to-day, operations that keeps the organizations functioning. This level of strategy is focused on the specific options required to deliver the corporate and business strategy effectively. While some organizations fail due to the lack of corporate strategy, others fail because they have not planned how to engage in daily activities. So functional strategies are necessary to ensure that each department knows its role and how it contribute to the larger goals. These strategies are detailed and define tasks, relationship between departments, and how operational goals will be met and mentioned. For example, functional strategies in marketing may focus on customer acquisition, while operational strategies in production may emphasize efficiency. Any questions so far? Okay. So next is Mintzberg's five uh, P's of strategy, Henry Mintzberg. So five P's mean plan, ploy, pattern, position, and perspective. So here, Henry Mintzberg, five P's of strategy offers a way to approach strategy from multiple perspectives, ensuring that an organization's strategy is well-rounded and takes into account various aspects of its investment. So plan refers to strategy as a roadmap or guide that outlines the steps an organizations will take to achieve its goals. Planning involves setting specific goals and actions necessary to reach them. Then ploy, pattern, position, and perspectives. Ploy, a strategy can also be a ploy, which refers to a specific maneuver intended to outwit competitions. So competitors, this view focuses on using tactics to gain an advantage in a competitive environment. Then pattern, this represent the consistency in behavior over time. A strategy as a pattern emphasize how past actions from a consistent path, helping the organization learn from experience and improve its future actions. Next one is position. This refers to how the organization positions itself in the market relative to its competitors. A strategy as a position focuses on the organization's unique strengths and how it can use them to establish a competitive advantage. Finally, perspective. Strategy is also about the organization's broader view or philosophy. Perspective involves the company's culture and values, which shape how it approaches strategy. Okay. So again, he's talking about five P's in depth. So As I said, PEAS refers to carefully crafted setup of steps that a firm intended to follow in order to achieve success. Ploy is a specific move or tactics designed to outwit or tricks competitors. It is a short-term strategy aimed at gaining an advantage over rivals. Pattern represent the consistency of actions taken by a firm over time. Some organizations like Apple have a history of responding to competitive challenges through innovation. Position, the fourth P refers to a firm place in the industry relative to its competitors. It involves how an organization differentiate itself by offering unique value or positioning its produce and services in a specific segment of the market. So here is some examples as well. For example, companies like Old Navy, Gap, and Banana Republic are positioned and different pricing levels to appeal to different customer segments. Fifth one is perspective uh, is about how executives interpret the competitive landscape and make decisions based on their worldview. This can shape how we organize approaches its strategy. For example, Jeff Bezos viewed the internet as a new sales channel, leading to the creation of Amazon.com, which become a dominant retailer by capitalizing on this unique perspective. Apply strategy models and tools to develop strategic options for an organizations. So everything is okay, Osama. Can you hear me and see my screen? Okay, good. So growing a business involves improving some areas of its success. This can achieved by increasing the number of employees, uh, number of employees. Uh, this can be achieved by increasing the number of employees, expanding the customer base, growing international coverage, or improving profits. However, growth is most often determined in term of revenue. So Igor and Soft developed the and Soft matrix, which identifies four strategies for growth: market penetration, product development, and market development. So market development and diversification. If you see here, so uh, this matrix helps manager assess potential growth strategies and compare the risk associated with each. So, market penetration, selling existing products in existing markets, product development, creating a new products for existing market, and market development, entering new market with existing products, and diversification, finally, introducing new products to new market. So, market penetration is the strategy of selling more of a, company existing products uh, to its current market. This approach focusing on here, if you see that this approach focusing on increasing the consumer base or persuading existing consumer to buy more. So to penetrate and grow in an existing market, company may reduce prices, improve their distribution network, investment in marketing, and expand production capacity. Market penetration. Uh, no, sorry, product development. So product development, product involves creating and selling new products to existing markets. So this strategy focuses on providing more value to current customers by offering a new or improved products. Companies often engage in product development to stay competitive or meet the evolving needs of their customers. A well-known example of product development is Apple, uh, with regularly release new version of its iPhone to meet customer demands for better technology. In another industry, pharmaceutical companies such as Pfizer, Merck, or Bayer invest heavily in research and development to create new drugs. So, by continuously developing innovation products, these companies are able to maintain their market positions and provide more value to their customers. So, market development next is uh, market development is a strategic approach that involves selling a company's existing product in new markets. This strategy seeks to introduce, current offerings to new customers segments or expand geographically. So when a product performs well in an established market, there is a logical reason to explore new territories where the product might also succeed. For example, a company might expand its reach by targeting new geographic areas uh, or customer groups that have not been served previously. So, a practical example of market development can be observed. Uh, you can see IKEA. Over the decades, IKEA has expanded from its home market of Sweden to become one of the largest furniture retailers globally. Initially, IKEA focused on markets close to Sweden's where cultural differences were minimal. Later, the company ventured into more distant markets like China and the Middle East, which posed greater cultural and geographical challenges. So, by adopting to local preferences while maintaining its core product offering, IKEA successfully implemented a market development strategy. Diversification, new products in new markets is one of the most complex and risky strategies a market company can undertake. It involves launching new products into new market, which can either be related to the company's existing offering or completely unrelated. This strategy can be broken down into three main types. Uh, 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 Concentric or horizontal or diversifications, conglomerate diversifications, and vertical diversification. So, concentric or horizontal diversification involves entering a new market with a product then that is somewhat related to the company's current offering. In contrast, conglomerate diversification is when a company enters a new market with completely unrelated product. A well-known example of this diversification qualification is Samsung. Uh, while originally a technology and electronics company, Samsung now operate in various industries, including chemicals, insurance, and even hotel chains. So this allows the company to spread its risk across different market and industries. Sorry. So Uh, finally, is vertical diversification, also known as vertical integration. When a company moves either backward or forward in its supply chain, by taking control over activities that were previously outsourced, such as suppliers' relationships or distribution channels, the company can have more control over its operations and cost. Any questions so far? Okay, Sama. So, evaluate strategic options for an organization. When organizations seek to generate strategic options, they follow a process to identify the most suitable future strategies. So, there are three key areas that need to be considered in this process. The first area is strategic choice, which determine how the organization will compete. This often include analyzing factors such as cost, leadership, differentiations, or focus strategies. A helpful model for this is a Porter's generic strategies with outlines different approaches to gaining a competitive advantage. Strategic planning process. Strategic planning is a comprehensive organizational process that helps set priorities, focus resources, and strengthen operations. So this process ensures that all employees and stakeholders work towards common goals, establish agreement around expected outcomes, and assess or adjust strategies based on internal and external changes. So the strategic planning process follows several essential steps. Strategic planning framework. Uh, Again, the AFI approach. AFI means uh, assessment. A for assessment, then F formulations and implementations I. So the AFI framework is strategic planning approach that is market driven and customer focused. It emphasizes understanding the company's positions relative to customers and competitors and then planning accordingly. The framework includes a discovery and assessment phase, validations, and finally the implementation of the strategic plans. Balanced scorecard, essential part of strategic planning. The balanced scorecard is a critical tool is strategic planning as it help organizations align their goals, performance, measurements. It covers four main perspectives. If you can see here, financial perspective, organization need to consider how they appear to shareholders to ensure financial success. They might focus on uh, 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 broadening their revenue mix, improving operational efficiency, and enhancing the overall financial health of the company. Then it's a business process refers to the internal functions that need to excel. This could include development, new products, understanding customer segments, reducing the cycle time of operations, and providing uh, a rapid response. So, in addition, cross selling product lines and shifting to appropriate distributions channels are key strategies for strengthening business process. Uh, the customer perspective asks how a company should appear to its customer, achieving service excellence and become a trusted business partner are vital strategies in this area. So companies must create a reputation that ensures customers are satisfied and loyal. So here the final is learning and growth. Uh, this perspective focuses on the company's ability to adopt and change. Key strategies include hiring technical talent, implementing a cross-training program, providing access to transactional information, aligning personal goals with company objectives, and increasing employees' productivity. Uh, Cause and effect diagram, often this known as you might seen in your company as well, also known as fishbone diagram, are a tool used to identify potential causes of problems in business operation. These diagrams helps organizations visualizations the relationship between various factors that may be affecting an outcomes. So diagram is typically divided into categories such as people, materials, methods, machines, and the environment. So, for example, under the people category, category, issues might arise from a lack of training, poor concentration, or overlooked tasks. Materials could involve problems such as using the wrong size of grade, while methods might include incorrect operations or poorly secured work pieces. Right. Johnson, Scholes, and Whittington model of strategic planning. Strategic This strategic planning is a framework that helps businesses develop strategies based on their strategic positions, choices, and implementations. So, in the strategic position, you can see here phase, companies assess factors like competitors, actions, forecast for vital resources such as oil prices, passenger volume predictions, and public concerns. Uh, then Public concerns, for example, airlines considering a low fare subsidiary would evaluate these factors to determine the feasibility of the new business. So for strategy choice, then strategy choice phase involves deciding which routes to launch, whether to set up a service from scratch or acquire an existing company, and what type of phase and onboard services to offer. So this phase is critical in ensuring that the decisions align with the overall strategic goals. Finally, strategic implementation. Uh, the phase the company determines how autonomous the new airline should be, how to recruit and train staff, and the logistics of obtaining aircrafts, landing slots. Proper implementation ensures that the strategy is carried out efficiently and effectively. Uh, RBV or resource basis view. The resource basis view is a theory that focuses on a firm internal resources as the primary source of competitive advantage. This approach emerged in the 1980s and 1990s with notable contributions from schools such as Wernfeld, Prahalad, Hamel, and Barney. So RBW emphasized that organizations should look within the companies to identify valuable resources that can set them apart from competitors. Uh, this theory basically is particularly useful for business looking to leverage their internal strengths to compete effectively in the market. Then is a VARIO or VRIO analysis. This analysis is tool used to evaluate whether a company resources can provide sustained competitive advantage developed by Barney in 1991. This stands for four key attributions that resources must possess. V for valuable or rare and costly to imitate, and organizations to capture and value. So resources is considered valuable if it helps the company create value for customers or reduce costs. Rarity means that the resources is not widely available among competitors. A resource is costly to imitate if competitors find it difficult or expensive to replicate. Finally, a company must be organized to capture value from the resources, meaning that the company has the right system and process in place to use the resource effectively. Example, Google is a biggest example for VRIO. Serve as an excellent example of a company that leverage value or VRIO attributes to gain a competitive advantage. Google ability to manage people using data is both valuable and rare. This approach allows Google to make better hiring decisions and use employees' skills more effectively. As a result, Google employees are highly productive, generating approximately uh, 1 million in revenue or per employee. So this capability is not only valuable but also rare, as no other company uses data-based employees management as extensively as Google does. So moreover, it is costly to imitate. Developing sophisticated software to manage employees and training HR managers to make database decision requires significant investment and expertise. Google is also well organized to capture value from these resources. The company has trained HR managers who know how to use the data to and make informed decisions. uh, Additionally, Google possesses the necessary IT infrastructure to collect and manage employee data effectively, ensuring that the company maximize the value of these resources. That's it. Here are some references, and also you can get books and materials on your learning management system or Moodle. Thank you very much for joining me this morning, Osama. Any questions, concerns, or any issues? Anything, Osama? If I can't hear you, so if you can, okay. Okay, thank you very much, Osama. So I'll see you next weekend, next Saturday at 10 o'clock. Thank you very much by then. And have a good morning and good day ahead. Okay, thanks very much and bye for now.